Gather around the fire, boys, as I have a story to tell you. And this story has a dating analogy, but we'll learn more about that in our lyrical analysis of the story. So, there was a kingdom once upon a time, and in this kingdom there was a king, of course. Now this king had a lot of power, he had a lot of servants, he had a massive army, he had a lot of territory to rule over, he had a lot of power, a lot of freedom. His every word became law. And this king had an affinity for food. He had all sorts of chefs, thousands of them, so he could eat whatever he pleased. And this king especially had a sweet tooth, so his favorite thing was desserts, and more specifically so, cakes. This king loved his cakes and he ate a lot of them. So one day, the king decided, I am going to eat and taste the most delicious cake that any person has ever eaten on the face of the planet. So he ordered all of his chefs, I want you to make me the most delicious cake ever. I want to try it and to definitely say that this is the best cake there ever has been. And so he said, whoever makes this cake, I'll give him a lot of gold. So the very next morning, in his courtyard, there were hundreds of chefs. All came there with the best cake they could have possibly made. There was an endless sea of chefs, all holding cakes of all shapes and sizes, gentlemen. Multiple layers, fruit cakes, chocolate cakes, just all sorts of flavors, all sorts of decoration, all sorts of colors, tastes, everything you could wish for. So the king, he took one cake, he took one bite, he put it aside. Took the next cake, took another bite, put it aside. Everybody was waiting, everybody was extremely excited to see if they will be the one that will be winning huge amounts of gold. But the king just kept on eating another cake, putting it aside, eating another cake, putting it aside. None of them seemed to be the best cake. And so the whole day passed. The king tried and tasted hundreds of cakes. None of them he found to be the best. And so nobody won the gold. On the second day, same thing. Another 100 chefs, all with the best cakes. Again, multiple layers, multiple flavors, multiple colors, decorations. Imagine the best cakes you could ever see. But again, the king didn't fancy none of them. And so the third day, chefs tried again. They tried their hardest. They went there, trying all sorts of flavors, all sorts of sweets they put on these cakes. And the king, nothing. He didn't like no cake at all. And so the fourth day, all the chefs gathered together and went in front of the king with just one box, with just one cake inside. And they said, King, all the chefs we have gathered, all of us have made the best cake you'll ever try. This is the best one. This is the best cake you're going to taste. So the king, he was trembling nervously. He couldn't wait more. He wanted to taste the best cake ever. He was already imagining how many layers, how many sweets, how many this and that. He was barely holding it in, gentlemen. And so the chefs went in front of him, gave him the box. He opened the box. Everybody was watching. Everybody was thinking, is this gonna be it? Is this gonna be the cake? And to the king's utter shock, it was a basic cake. It was a very poor, only one layer cake made of 2 ingredients, with no shapes, with no decorations, with no colors, with nothing. Just the most mundane, plain, monotone cake you can think of. And so the king, he didn't know if to laugh or if to cry. He was shocked, he was disturbed, and he asked, what the hell is this cake? I am a king. How do you think that this bad, poor cake is going to be the best one I've ever tried? This looks like crap. I mean, he didn't say that. Kings don't speak like that, but, you know, I'm paraphrasing. You know, how is this cake gonna impress me? Do you know the sorts of cake I've had? And the chefs told him, this is the best cake you'll ever eat, because this is the last cake you'll ever eat. We're no longer gonna put up with your insane demands. We're no longer gonna be cooking for you. This is the last cake that we'll ever bake. And so it was. The best one the king has ever tried, because it was the last one. Now, let's go to the lyrical analysis of this story. In this story, men are the chefs and women are the kings. You know, men are traditionally the ones that chase after women. They are the ones that compete for women. Men are the ones that try to impress women. Women usually just sit around looking at their options, you know. So it's just the nature of it. But there has come a point, gentlemen, there has come a point where the demand is just too much, right? There has come a time when women are equally as spoiled as this king. And it's time for us men to take our hands out of our pockets and grant women with the longest, fattest middle finger that we can show, right? That time has come. Why? Because, well, it's only natural for people who have options to become spoiled, to become ungrateful. It really is natural, you know? I mean, even we men, everybody, this is, guys, not a thing that only women face and struggle with. This is a human trait. When we have a lot of comfort, a lot of options, we tend to get bratty, we tend to get spoiled. And everybody in the Western world is spoiled. We don't even know what we have a lot of the times. We don't appreciate what we have, you know. The average person, guys, you watching this right now, you are living the life, you're living the standard that a prince will live thousands of years ago. So you may be poor, but you, just by having probably a fan, all right, in your room, probably just a fan, $5 fan that works like crap and makes a lot of noise, even you are more privileged than people hundreds of years ago, hundreds or thousands of years ago. In order to have the equivalent of a fan, you will have to pay 2 servants to wave leaves over your head to make a breeze, you know? So we really cannot comprehend the level of commodity that we have. I mean, think about planes, guys. Most of you have, if not all of you, have went to different countries, went to different cities, traveled, visited all the places. Hundreds of years ago, guys, the vast majority of people were born and died in the same city or village they were born in. You can choose your job, you can choose what to study. I mean, I can go on for hours, guys. We really truly cannot comprehend how privileged we are. We really live in the most comfortable age and society that has ever been, you know, and we are spoiled. We are really spoiled. Again, we don't know what we have. We can't appreciate it because we cannot understand how it is to live without it. Have you went a single day without water? Probably have. You know, these issues come up, these problems arise, and it's then when you understand, holy crap, am I dependent on water? You want to wash your hands, and then you realize, oh crap, it's true, they stopped the water. You go take a piss, and then, oh crap, they stopped the water. You want to take a shower, and then you remember, oh damn it, man, they stopped the water. We're so used to this commodity that just one day without it, if you've been through it, guys, you know how annoying and unpleasant it is to go even a single day without running water. There are people that walk 5 hours every day just to get water, a commodity that you have by taking 3 steps to the bathroom or to the kitchen, you know. So all this to say, guys, it's only natural to become spoiled when you have all these options, all these commodities, you know. And everybody faces this problem. What I personally do is I like to thank for everything I have. Food, water, clothes, even the most basic things. I like to thank for having them, because this way I can sort of keep myself a check, you know. Appreciate what I have, because it really is something important. And even then, even with all our best efforts, guys, we will still be spoiled. We will still not comprehend all the things that we have. So it's natural. But then again, ladies, there's the problem, right? That women sort of are not grateful for what they have, you know? So ladies, could you stop sniffing your own farts all day, you know? Could you stop kissing your own ass all day? Sorry for the ladies who are watching this and are not doing this, but I'm talking to the average woman. Can you stop thinking that you're God's gift to the earth and that you're a diamond among coal and that you're the bestest thing ever just because a bunch of guys want to get between your legs? You know, because women, guys, just like the king in this story, they have as many options in men as the king has in terms of cakes. He has them all. More than women, guys, the male brain cannot really comprehend how many options women have. We're talking hundreds, we're talking thousands. There are guys interested in them all the time. There are guys showing them attention all the time. There are guys buying them flowers, buying them chocolates, doing things for them, treating them nicely without no apparent reason, just because they are interested, you know? So women have become so spoiled, guys, so ungrateful. I'm talking about Western women especially. And what's the solution to all this? Well, the solution, just like in the story, is to give a huge middle finger and tell them, fuck you, I'm not gonna put up with this. You know, go fuck yourself. I'm not gonna be chasing behind your tail anymore. You don't have to be aggressive about it. You don't have to do anything specific. Just stop dating them, guys. Take yourselves out of the equation. Stop pursuing these women and stop giving them attention. Stop giving them an endless amount of cakes, expecting them to value them, you know, to appreciate them, to appreciate the effort that we men are putting in. Stop doing it. They won't, right? Well, when you have 10,000 cakes, you won't be able to pick a favorite one, first off, and you won't be able to appreciate them all around, what I'm meaning to say. So just take yourself out of it. Now, I hear you say, oh, he done, but even if I take myself out of dating, well, there are thousands of simps out there. They won't stop dating these women, so I won't solve the problem. All right. First things first, don't let this mindset rule you, all right? Stop expecting all the people, stop expecting other people to agree with you in order to do the right thing, you know? The right thing is to not be a simp and not be showing these women undeserved attention. So stop caring about what other people do. I mean, think of a protest, a labor protest, for example. Do people think, well, if I protest, maybe other colleagues won't protest, so I will end up being a dumbass. Let me just continue slaving away at this job, you know? People don't do that. Think about revolutions, guys. In the country I live in, there was this one revolutionary person, revolutionary person that helped my country to get out of slavery. And this person, guys, he did like 50% of the revolution on its own. This one single person. He's a legend, you know? And so he didn't think to himself, oh, well, if I do it, nobody else is gonna do it, you know? He didn't think that. How many revolutions will have succeeded if everybody thought that? Zero. No revolutions, no protest. The world will never change if we all thought, well, I'm going to continue slaving away because what am I going to change? Stick for what's right. Stick to your guns. Hold your ground. Whatever seems good to you, do it. Don't care about what other people think, what other people will do. You know, so that argument is not valid. I revoke you of the ability to mention that argument. All right, so another thing, right? You may say, oh, he done. Even if we do, all right, even if we do the right thing, even though simps won't be on our side and these women will still have simps, what do I win? You know, I don't want to pass away alone. I want to have children. I want female companionship. It's only natural. Again, everybody understands this, you know. But hey, here's the thing. Here's the best part, right? If you stop dating, guys, you will be better off. You don't need these women. Even if they had zero options and they came crawling back to you, there's the thing. You don't even need them, guys. Even if all these women that are not paying you 5 minutes worth of attention of their time, even if all of them en masse came to you, you still will be better off without them, you know? So don't get me wrong. You meet a nice woman, a nice lady that has morals, that has principles, that knows how to treat you. Go get her, boys. Go for her. I couldn't be more happy about you. I'm not saying you should go living under a cave, you know, and forget about females. But if you don't, guys, you have to understand this. If you don't meet that woman, please stop spending your time and your energy on these ungrateful brats, right? You'll be better off without them. All of these women accumulated cannot provide enough to satisfy one man, right? They don't possess anything that can grant value to your life. Again, just like in the story, you are the chefs. We men, we are wired to succeed. We are wired to fix things. We are wired to serve, because a man serves in a marriage. He serves his wife. He serves his children. He protects. He provides. We are wired to want that. We are wired to accomplish the mission. We as chefs, we want to cook. And if the other person has a higher standards, a higher demand, we are happy to strive and work more. We really are. We as chefs want to succeed at our job. But again, current day dating, guys, the king has become so ungrateful that it's not even real, guys. Like, what are we talking about? Modern women, they don't value anything. You can show your A game. They won't value it. In fact, they will rather run away from it. Modern women, guys, don't want relationships. You can see that in their actions. This is why they're perpetually single. They're either perpetually single or they are serially in between relationships. You know? They don't last long, their relationships. They get tired all the time. They want to find the next best thing, you know? Just like the king, no cake was able to satisfy him. Well, that's what women are, guys. They have their standards of like 6 feet tall, but now I want 6'1", 6'2", 6'3". Oh, I want him to be rich. No, I want him to be a millionaire. No, I want him to be a multimillionaire. They constantly keep increasing the bar. And here's the thing. Even if you meet that bar, because if a woman finds a 6 feet tall man, dark-skinned, blue eyes, works in finance, trust fund, even if they find that, they will settle with him. Oh, they will. But if they find the same thing, the same man with a slightly better jawline, they'll dump the first man and go for the second one. You see? There's no mission to accomplish, guys. There is no end goal. There is no cake that is going to be good enough. There will always be a next best thing, you know? So guys, stop dealing with these women, right? It's time for us, men, to say enough is enough. We've tried. We've tried out of goodwill, you know? It's not like we men want to conquer women, subdue them. No. But really, when men try and when men buy flowers and all that, it's really because we just simply love women. We're not trying to score a high score. We're not trying to accumulate points. No. We just love women. And when women say, oh, I don't feel happy, I want more, the connection, our communication is not great. Men try to solve all these problems and fix them out of love. But there's the thing, guys, it's never enough and it will never be enough with the type of women that has this mindset. They are simply spoiled. They haven't tried to fix themselves. They haven't tried to put any boundaries. They haven't come to a conclusion of, you know what, I am kind of spoiled, I am acting kind of bratty, maybe dumping a man's ass and divorcing him and taking his children away because the communication wasn't great. Maybe that wasn't such a good idea, you know? Maybe I shouldn't sacrifice my husband and my family on the altar of my own happiness. Maybe I shouldn't. They simply don't reach that conclusion, guys. They don't stop to think for 5 minutes and realize the situation and again try to put some boundaries on being bratty. Because as mentioned, we Europeans and Americans and first world countries and most of the West, We have become spoiled in many aspects, but hey, just try your best to not be a spoiled brat is all I'm asking. For men and for women. Well, women don't do such a good job at that. You know, is all I'm going to say. So guys, we'll end the video on this note. It's just worthless, guys. If you find a woman that's not like this king, if you find a woman that is a good king, that is going to value your cake, that is going to value your efforts, that is going to love you regardless of what cake you provide in any single day, go for her and be happy, guys. But most of you, even if that is what you want, most of you, that's just the reality, statistically speaking, you won't find such a king. What you'll find in dating, at work, neighbors, colleagues, is ungrateful women that are going to dump your ass the moment they find a better cake, that are going to be ungrateful, that are going to be impossible to please, and that are just going to waste your time. So do like the chefs in the story. No more cake for you. You are ungrateful, alright, I'll just take myself out of the equation. You women keep dating the simps, you keep dating the yes men, you keep dating the doormats, and see how that goes. And notice how fast they'll come crawling back. Because you can already see in modern women, guys, they don't go for the simps. Notice that? Women don't choose to date or have sex with the simps. They don't choose to have sex with the men who are yes men. They keep pursuing that unavailable chad who is manly and has testosterone. So, just be a man. Focus on yourself. Focus on your body, on your finances, on your peace of mind. You don't necessarily have to be Arnold Schwarzenegger at the gym, be a multimillionaire. Don't get me wrong. If all your thing is about fishing, do it about fishing. If it's about reading books, if you're an intellectual, be an intellectual, you know. Schopenhauer wasn't a jacked up body. Just do whatever you want, guys, and focus on yourself. And if a woman comes, go conquer her. If she doesn't, you're still doing the best. You know, the best thing for you and for the world. That's the best part, guys. We're not doing this, taking ourselves out of dating because I'm gonna do a protest. I can't live without women, so I'm gonna protest until they come back. No, here's the best part. All of this is for yourself. All of this is for your sanity. All of this is for your peace of mind, if I might say. Name of the channel. Anyway. Do it for yourselves, guys. And finally, I mention this because I cover a lot of TikToks of women that give the same advice. Oh, ladies, just focus on yourselves. You are the prize. You are the queen. You are the bestest ever. Just focus on yourself. Your energy will attract men. There's a difference between them and me. The reason why these women say that is because they first off, they think they're God's gift to the earth. Second off, they think that they inherently hold value. I'm not saying none of those things. First off, I'm not saying you're God's gift to the earth. You're probably an average man. Most men are average. There's nothing bad about that. Second off, you probably don't hold any value on your own, right? You're probably not some special human. You're just like any other human. What makes you special is the things you invest in. What makes you special and someone who can't be exchanged by someone else. What makes you like a special snowflake, I don't have a very rich vocabulary, is that, you know, the energy you put into your things, guys. You accrue value, you win value, and that is how men age, that is how men peak. They're like wine, they age like wine, you know. Guys, just invest in yourself, and that will be the best thing ever. And if you ever find a woman that is worth pursuing, you will be better off by having focused on yourself and increasing your finances, increasing your mental well-being, rather than dealing with these women that are out there in the wicked dating pool. So, gentlemen, I hope you liked the story. I hope you liked my interpretation of it. Please leave me yours down below. I'll save this video in my playlist of special videos. That all 20 of them have a cumulative view count of 5,000, but it's alright, guys. I know that the very few of you who watch this really enjoy it, so if you did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Have a good one.